Good morning students, welcome to the online class. Today in this video lecture we are going to cover the applications of tissue culture. What is tissue culture? Tissue culture is the growth of tissues or cells in an artificial medium which is facilitated via the use of solid, semi-solid or liquid media. So, plant tissue culture is a collection of techniques used to maintain or grow plant cells, tissues or organs under sterile conditions on a suitable nutrient medium. Let's see the applications of tissue culture. As we know, tissue culture is playing a very vital role in various fields like agriculture, medicine, plant breeding, genetics and biotechnology, etc. So the current applications of tissue culture are very wide. So now we'll have a look on some of the important applications of plant tissue culture. Among them, the first one is production of phytopharmaceuticals. They are nothing but production of secondary metabolites. As we know, what are secondary metabolites? Secondary metabolites are the substances which are produced by most of the plants, but these substances were not used by the plants itself for its growth and development. So these plants have very important role in medicine. So these secondary metabolites can be easily produced in higher amounts, particularly from differentiated tissues via cell cultures. Let us see the advantages of secondary metabolites. So these secondary metabolite production have advantages like their recovery is easy, their production is not affected by external factors or other factors, and the production time of secondary metabolites is also very less, and it is cost effective, it is not expensive, and the production of high quality is possible. Now, examples of secondary metabolites. Some of the examples are like chiconin, which is used as a dye, digoxin, which is used as a cardiac tonic, pyrethrin, which is used as an insecticide, morphine, used as sedative, quinone, which is used as an anti-malarial drug, and vincristine, which is used as an anti-carcinogenic agent. Next, pathogen-free plants. So by using tissue culture technique, it is also possible to produce several viral free plants through tissue culture at commercial level. Next, advantages. So the advantages are as follows. Tissue culture helps to eradicate virus. It also helps in horticulture to produce viral free ornamental plants. Meristems which are free of infections can also be cultured using tissue culture. And particularly meristem tip culture is most reliable method for the production of viral free and other pathogen free plants. Next, production of soma clonal variations. Soma clonal variations are nothing but these are the genetic variations which are carried out in cultured somatic cells through tissue culture technique. So these soma clonal plants thus obtained are called as soma clones. These soma clonal variants show the following useful characters, such as resistance to disease, resistance to herbicides, stress resistance, improved seed quality, improved oil content, improved fruit quality. Like this, several improved plant varieties can be produced by employing this soma clonal variation technique using tissue culture. Next, production of synthetic seeds. Synthetic seeds are nothing but artificial seeds which are encapsulated by a protective gel called sodium alginate around a somatic embryo. Nowadays, these synthetic seeds provides many uses and benefits to the plant breeders, such as synthetic seeds can be directly sown in the soil, they can be stored up to a year, they can be easily handled and easily delivered in a very comfortable way. The next application is crop improvement. Plant tissue culture technique is also useful in crop improvement. Tissue culture technique nowadays replaces the conventional breeding methods, mostly the anther culture, pollen culture and ovary culture. So these three techniques removes the need to wait for 6 to 7 generations of selfing and crossing to get a pure line. Now by using tissue culture technique, we can get the plants easily within a very short period of time. Next, applications of plant tissue culture in crop improvement. Nowadays, by employing tissue culture technique, several improved varieties of plants have been developed, such as high quality varieties, high yielding varieties, high resistant plants, drought resistant varieties, disease resistant varieties, fertilizer avoiding varieties, and short term breeding crops, and several other improved quality of plant varieties have been developed using tissue culture technique. Next application, germplasm conservation or storage of germplasm. By using tissue culture technique, we can also store the germplasm in the form of a tissue. The germplasm can be preserved by using a specific technique called as cryopreservation. Using this cryopreservation technique, a number of cell cultures, tissue cultures, organ cultures can be stored at minus 196 degrees centigrade, which helps to maintain the genetic stability of germplasm also. Next application is genetic transformation, where the tissue culture technique is carried out in combination with genetic engineering, which is also known as recombinant DNA technology. This technology helps a lot in gene transfer. Several desirable genes can be easily transferred by employing this genetic engineering. By using this technique, the plants can be modified, which is helpful in crop improvement. For example, the transfer of a useful or desirable bacterial gene like Craig gene, which is a crystal protein from Bacillus thuringiensis, into a plant cell followed by the regeneration of whole plant enables the integration and expression of the desirable gene in the expected fashion, and it provides resistance against some insects to the plants. Examples are Bt cotton and Bt brinjal. The next application is micropropagation, which is also known as clonal propagation. It is a technique of producing a large number of identical plants using in vitro tissue culture technique. By using this technique, millions of genetically identical plants can be easily obtained within a short period of time. Mostly orchids and fruits can be generated. Advantages. So the advantages of micropropagation are as follows. It is used for rapid multiplication of superior clones, and it is also used for multiplication of disease-free plants and multiplication of sterile hybrids. Embryo rescue. It is the in vitro culture of immature embryos obtained from either unripe seeds or hybrid seeds. It is mostly used to overcome embryo abortion. So this embryo rescue has several advantages like overcoming embryo abortion, overcoming seed dormancy, shortening of breeding cycle, production of haploids, propagation of orchids, study of metabolic and biochemical aspects of seed dormancy and seed germination, recovery of distant hybrids, etc. Next, the last application is biotransformation. In biotransformation, certain chemicals are transformed from one form to another form using living organisms for the production of valuable products. Particularly, secondary metabolites can be easily produced using this biotransformation technique, where the low cost precursors can be easily converted into high cost product. So, these are some of the applications of tissue culture. Let's have a glance at the various applications of plant tissue culture. Like plant tissue culture is useful in clonal propagation, large scale multiplication, biomass energy, breaking seed dormancy, secondary metabolite production, wide hybridization, genetic variability, production of disease-free plants, international exchange of germplasm, fast multiplication, somatic hybrids production, synthetic seeds production, early flowering, genetic transformation, somatic embryogenesis, overcoming self-fertility, cryopreservation of germplasm, biomass energy, etc. So, these are the different applications of plant tissue culture technique. So, this was all about the applications of plant tissue culture. I hope you understand the topic. Thank you.